Hey, what's going on? Let's build this blur-in text effect that looks like you're at the movies or at least the opening credits. We're going to do two instances of this on the page so that we can look at scroll trigger and the for each loop. All right, let's hop into Webflow and see just some basic structure on this page. The title here, this heading, it has a breaking set to no wrap. I put a little bit of letter spacing on it and capitalized it. Nothing else really matters. We also have this page, which is just a wrapper that gives us some layout options and spacing. And then I set a min height of 100 VH and overflow to hidden. If we look at the page settings, I've got my normal style tags in here to prevent flash of unstyled content on load and to allow clients to edit it while editor is open. And then I'm just importing all of the JavaScript libraries here. The GSAP library with scroll trigger can be obtained from the GSAP installation page. Just copy and paste this. I'm also using Luke PV split type. You just get it via this script right here. And then what else do I have? And then I'm importing a code sandbox file. So let's hop into the code and see how to make this. First thing we want to do is we want to register the scroll trigger plugin. Then we're going to call document.querySelectorAll on that custom data attribute that's defined in Webflow. I think I actually forgot to mention this. So if we go to settings here, I have WB data equals text. If you've been following my other videos, this should be nothing new. Okay, and then that text else is a node list, and node list gives us access to this for each function. And now we're going to define a function within that as a parameter. So we're going to define everything we want in between these two little curly brackets. And we're also going to get access to each element within the text else node list. So now we're going to define a variable called split type, and split type creates a new instance of split type. And split type takes text L, which is again the text L parameter that we got from this function within the for each loop, and then also some options. The options we want to specify are that we want to animate characters. So this is going to go through and split it up into individual characters. Now we're going to set auto alpha of 1 on our text element using gsap.set. This is part of the prevention of flashing unstyled content on load. Now we're going to create a timeline using gsap.timeline, and we want to pass some options to our timeline. The first option we're going to pass is scroll trigger. Scroll trigger also takes options, and to that we're going to pass the trigger element, which is text L, again the parameter here, and the start position. And we want it to start from the bottom of text L when when that bottom of the element is 90% from the top of the viewport. Now we're going to add a from animation to our timeline. This from animation is for each character within that text. So that's the target right here, the first parameter. And then the second parameter, these are the properties that we want to animate. First, we're going to animate auto alpha. We're going to start from 0, and that's going to come to 1. It's essentially like opacity, but also links to the object visibility. And we're going to start from a scale of 0. So each letter is going to start from nothing, invisible nothing, and then come to the point that we've built it to in Webflow. We're going to set the easing to just this ease.out function, so it just comes in nice and slowly. And then we'll set the duration to 2 seconds. Now we're going to add another from animation on this timeline. And this time we want to animate the whole text element itself, not the individual characters. So we're passing that reference to text style that we have here. It's also going to animate some properties that's defined within these curly brackets. The first thing we're going to animate from letter spacing of 3 EM, which is much more than what we specified for the final position, which I think is 0.1 EM. Yep. We're also going to animate the filter from a blur of 40 pixels. And we're going to give that a duration of 2 as well. The last thing we want to do is we want to add this little less than caret at the end so that these animations both happen at the same time. If we didn't add this, then first it would animate the characters from that scale of 0 and auto alpha of 0 to their position over 2 seconds, and then it would run this animation. So let's save and see how that looks. And there you have it. And now as we scroll down, we should expect when the element is 90% from the top that it'll start animating in. And there you go, we got our next one. So that's been this episode of Text Animations. If you like that, please like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Or share the video with whoever you think might find it interesting. And don't forget to check the links in the description below for all the resources for this project. All right, that's it. Talk to you soon. Bye.